Welcome to Blog to Your Talent. This is lesson 21. We are on the topic of how to write for posts that are related to your talent. And up until now, I've been asking you to go and look at different places and things you have done, things you have read for information to blog about, and I've asked you to create some posts based on that, but I haven't told you exactly how to go about writing that. So we're going to focus a little bit more on that part of it. Again, before we talk about this lesson, I want to remind you that Blog to Your Talent is not about turning you into an amazing writer where you're very clever with your words and people want to read you because you have unusual ways of saying that. That has a place.
That might happen.
That might happen. But really your goal here is to communicate to others your love for your talent. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is a little bit different than traditional essay writing where the premium is put on prose content and how well it looks. Your goal here is efficiency instead. So today's lesson is looking at experiences you've had. You want to summarize what you have learned in your blog posts. And so there are a lot of things that you will experience as you are working out the skills at the beginner level, and some of those experiences are not always going to be positive.
Right.
Some of them might be frustrating. Mm-hmm. In fact, I'm hoping that you will experience some frustration, not complete frustration, but some frustration along the way, because that will show that you are truly pushing yourself to get better at what you do. So if you are pushing yourself at what you want to be good at, you're going to encounter some frustrations and some dead ends along the way, and you're going to learn from that. Mm-hmm. You want to blog about it. Don't forget to blog about it. Don't just blog about those experiences where you've had great success. Do blog about those. Yeah. But you also want to blog about the ones where it hasn't quite worked out the way you thought, because as you document that, you're going to be showing others, telling experts, and saving time and grief for people behind you. You're going to be telling them how and why that didn't work. And supposedly that implies that you have now learned your lesson. You're not going to repeat that mistake again.
It's a little bit like if you have a younger brother or sister and they're trying to create something with their Legos and it's just not working out. And you've seen their faces when the whole thing just kind of breaks on them. And they just come running screaming. They might even throw it down and say, I'm never going to do this. I can't do it. And so they get all frustrated and they run off. And you want to tell them, wait, just come back. I know a better way. If you just, layer them differently when you build it, you'll get better at it. And that's kind of your role. You want your reader to look at what you are writing and seeing that even when you have a frustration or something that you thought was going to just work out beautifully didn't work out as well as you thought, you're still showing them what you tried, how it failed, and what you would do better next time.
Correct. So the exercise in this lesson is for you to summarize 3 different experiences into 3 different posts. Mm-hmm. And I want you to consider all of the experiences that you had. So do find some positive ones, but I also want you to find some that are confusing and some maybe that were a bit perplexing, and I want you to write about those too. All right, happy talent journey. We'll see you on the next lesson.
All right, so the action step in today's lesson is to summarize 3 different experiences that you've had in trying to perform an aspect of your talent. The experiences can be good, bad, or confusing as long as it shows you involved in the interest of your talent. So can you come up with one experience that you can share where you had to do something that was difficult or confusing and you were having a hard time doing it?
Mm-hmm. I was trying to connect some buttons with wiring to one of my small computers. I searched online for how to do that, and it took forever, but I couldn't find anywhere.
By the way, I'm going to say something on that. In your case, because your talent is so new and cutting edge, like how long has the Raspberry Pi been around?
About 2 years, actually.
Okay, so it's that new that you may not even have the latest information on Wikipedia, right? You don't even use Wikipedia.
No.
So in your case, you have to go to forums to get the answers that you want. So you're having a hard time, you're trying to Google it, you're not coming up with anything because of the type of talent that you're involved in. So then what did you do?
So then I just went on the Raspberry Pi forum, which the Raspberry Pi is the computer that I used, and then asked on how to do that, and I got an answer within the day,
Okay.
and I found out how to do it from that.
Okay, so you figured it out.
Mhm.
Did you write about that yet? blog post?
No.
How about that? That can be today's work for you. That's your blog post for today. Okay, thank you.